Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title, this is a chit chat get ready with me, which is why my eyebrows are done. And on top of that, we are also going to be talking about mental health again, as you can see from the title. So let's just get straight into it. As usual, you guys know this is what I use. Aloe vera gel as my primer. My face is already cleansed and all that and moisturized. I'm going to try and do this really quick because I am running late. I really should have found something to clean this up in. So, mental health. I was just thinking about it the other day, and this has been a really happy year for me. Not saying that it's been a complete breeze, like nothing has happened, but I've been happy, like genuinely happy. And it's been a while since I felt that. So let's go back to the beginning. I was diagnosed with clinical depression in 2015. Like psychiatrist, psychologist and everything. And yes, those are two different things. You can Google it if you want to. And I think the first time I remember like it being there and me knowing, okay, you're not okay, was my last year of high school, which was in 2012. Yeah, 2012, because that's when I remember discovering self-harm and I started to self-harm. And I think people in school knew about it, they just didn't really talk about it, but I feel like they knew about it. But that was it. I didn't really get any help for it. My family didn't know anything about it. They probably just noticed that I had changed because I wasn't as bubbly, as smiley as I used to be. So probably that's all they noticed. They didn't really know that it would be as serious as depression. So I'm going in with Black Opal, oil absorbing pressed powder in the color, dear Lord, Rich Mocha. So let's fast forward to 2013. Cleared high school, joined uni end of 2013, and I moved out. Like as soon as I joined uni, I moved out and I went and lived around campus. I don't remember much of my first year. Like it was a kawaida year in school, just attend class, go back home, or chill with the friends that I knew, because there are some who we were with in high school, but I wasn't really familiar with the uni, so it was a pretty kawaida school year. Like I was doing well, but I do remember, like I still wasn't happy, but it wasn't that bad. I did continue cutting, however, that was something that still continued. I know I'm saying I wasn't that bad, but it's because it gets worse. So at that point, it wasn't that bad. Until end of 2014, where should I call it a bad breakup? But it wasn't really a breakup. But anyway, let's call it a bad breakup. And I lost it. Like the cutting got so much worse, and honestly now, because 2014, the end of 2014 was the beginning of my second year, and my second year in uni, I got acquainted with the uni and I found new friends, and I was familiar with the place. I was no longer a new student. So I skipped a lot of classes in that year. Yeah, like a lot of classes in that year. It was just my second year was the year of enjoyment, proper enjoyment. And I'm not sure you guys know this, but if you're going through depression, anxiety, bipolar, like any mental illness, they discourage you from consuming any alcohol or other substances just because it messes with your mental health already, even if you're fine. So if you're mentally ill, it's like way worse. So because of that, after my second year, my depression just got worse. But I don't think I noticed it because in 2015 I was happy again-ish, not really, because my happiness was depending on someone else. So was I really happy? And yes, cutting had continued, and at this point I'm pretty sure I was suicidal. Yeah, but I remember for a good 2 years I was suicidal. So 2015, 2016, and then I really thought, sorry about that, I really thought I had hit my lowest point at that point, but how wrong was I? 2017 comes around and I lost my dad in April. And I honestly felt like my world was crashing. Like everything was just coming down. That's how it felt. And things just got worse. Like things got bad. And so yeah, I continued skipping classes and just more enjoyments. And so by 2018, that caught up to me, and the uni was like, sis, you have failed a lot of your classes, and I feel like it's time for you to leave our university. And I hadn't realized how bad it had gotten until that point. So my mom had to come and help me sweet talk them. I had to get a letter from the psychologist and the psychiatrist saying that yes, she's seeking our treatment and please, be patient with her and stuff like that. And thank God they agreed, and I was able to go back to school, and I actually got a counselor in school, and that was pretty good because in school it's free, so that was pretty good considering how expensive psychologists or psychiatrists are. Dear Lord, I can't talk. So yes, because the psychiatrist that I was seeing would cost 3,000 per session, and they'd like to see you once a week at least. So that is a lot. Like not everyone can afford that. That's a lot. So I really appreciated that the school had a free counselor. But now really didn't help. Still wasn't okay. So at this point now in 2018, beginning of, I just told my mom like, I can't do this. I need to come home. I can't do this. And so I did. I moved back home and I stopped going to school. Sorry guys, my camera cut off. So I put on my foundation, the Black Opal in the color Beautiful Bronze, yes. And now I'm doing my concealer, Black Opal again, Rich Caramel. So yes, I moved back home beginning of 2018, and to be honest, I feel like that was a really good decision because just being surrounded by family, like people you love and care about, I feel like that really helped me. Like, just bounce back, because you're not alone, you're not in your mind all the time, even if you're not like all bubbly and all that, but at least there's some noise around you and people laughing, and they can distract you, so you're not just always in your mind. So if you're watching this and you're going through something like depression or anxiety, I really do recommend just hanging out with people you love. And I know that can be hard, because you just want to be by yourself. You do not want to talk to anyone, you do not want to see anyone, you just want to be by yourself in your bed. It's all you want to do all day. But trust me, it helps, because when I was living by myself, I did not leave my room at all. Anything that I wanted would be brought to me. Even if I needed groceries, they would be delivered to me. The only time I left my room was when I needed to take out the trash. And that's only because it had gotten so bad that I had to. So that is something that I do recommend. Just surround yourself with people that you love. They will help you. Maybe not all the way, but you'll feel just a bit better. I'm using these sponges to blend out my concealer. I actually got them from Ccgrwm, which is now True Cosmetics. But yeah, there were 12 of them, and the whole thing was 195 shillings, so I thought it was a pretty good deal. So yeah, like here I am years later, and honestly just so grateful, because while you're in it, it feels impossible. Like happiness, like what is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. And my mom still likes to remind me, like every now and then, just of how unhappy I was. Like apparently I used to like ignore people when we had visitors and stuff like that, and I would just never smile. And like I know I'm smiling now, but it's just because I've come such a long way. Like I've come such a long way, and I'm honestly just grateful. Like my support system is amazing, absolutely amazing. And this is a conversation that I'm really happy that we're having. Like mental health is something that we can talk about now. It's not something where you tell someone you're sad all the time or you feel depressed and their answer is pray. Like, I mean, yes, pray, but also talk to someone. And it doesn't have to be your parents, it can be a cousin, it can be your siblings, it can like your aunt, anyone. Just talk to someone. It really does help. And as I talk like this is not like, I'm not completely over it. Like it's not something like now I can just say yes, I'm completely done with it, it will never happen again. I mean, I pray that it never happens again, but I am doing better, and I've had to apply certain things into my life. Like I can't do things how I used to do them. For example, and I feel like this is about to sound really obvious to some of you, how I handled when I was upset. Like for example, when someone makes me mad, well, no one can make you mad. When a situation upsets me, yes, when a situation upsets me, that will be it for my day. Like I'm done, I'm not talking to anyone, I'm in a bad mood, and I don't care. Like it didn't matter who tried to cheer me up, who was just simply trying to hang out, and I was just like, no, like I'm done for the day. Don't speak to me, I'm in a bad mood. I could not keep going on like that. I had to learn how to compartmentalize my feelings. Sorry guys, my camera cut off, but all I've done is just blended everything together with the powder, and then I did my eyes, and I used this color right here, and I just used that all over my eyes, and then I put some mascara, and that's it. So now we are going to wear some highlights, and I'm just going to use this second shade right here from the same palette. I don't even own highlights, I just use eyeshadows most of the time. But anyway, I really just wanted to make this video just to encourage someone, like if someone is watching this and they're currently going through depression, I really just wanted to encourage them, because when you're at that point, feeling happy and hopeful just seems completely impossible. So that's why I wanted to make this video, and I have completely procrastinated. Like, I was meant to make this video months ago, but for some reason I was just anxious that I made myself do it. So I'm glad I did. Right, that is it for the highlight. Last thing is the fixing spray. I used rose water and I really hate how it smells. But I love what it does, so I just bear with it. Okay, that is it for this video. I really hope that my experience, I don't like using my story, I don't know why. I really hope my experience will help someone who is going through it and just feel encouraged. That's all I wanted to do. And let's talk in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!